It is an amazing day for Yu-Gi-Oh! As we get to continue on the YCS Summer Cup 2020 with Rokket Dragon Link versus Infinitrack Earth Machine. Now Rokket Dragon Link is going to start off with a nice little two-piece, normal summoning Magna Rokket Dragon to their side of the field, and then following up with the special summon of Router Dragon. Using the Magna Rokket Dragon, they are going to link summon into Striker Dragon, triggering its effect. It allows them to add one Boot Sector launch from their deck to their hand. And breaking down how the Rokket Dragon Link strategy works, if it does go first, it wants to put up multiple negations. It can do this with one or two cards in hand, leaving the rest of cards in hands for hand traps or even disruptors to your opponent's disruptors to allow them to play it through. Rokket Dragon Link is probably one of the most competitive dragon decks in the Yu-Gi-Oh format, and that's why it's in YCS Summer Cup 2020. As you can see, Rockets are going to add that Boot Sector launch, and now they're going to link off both the Router Dragon and the Rokket Tracer. They're going to go ahead and link someone right into a Heretic Seal of Heavenly Spheres. Triggering the effect of the Router Dragon, they're now allotted to add one Rokket monster from their deck to their hand. The monster of choice more than likely is going to be a Rokket Tracer, and that is pivotal for the combo. And as you guys can see, Rokket Tracer is the card of choice. They can follow with the effect of Boot Sector launch, using Boot Sector to special summon a Rokket Tracer to their side of the field. And now Rokket Tracer's effect to destroy said Boot Sector launch to be able to special summon a Rokket monster to their side of the field. Now keep in mind the Rokket strategy is locked into darks the moment they use the effect of Rokket Tracer, but it almost doesn't matter as all of their critical pieces are dark. They'll be able to go into some really cool combos. Using Rokket Tracer for a link, they're going to go ahead and make a Guard Dragon LP. And now they can use the Silver Rokket for another link. Right here, players would probably think a Guard Dragon Pisty would be in order, but no, they're going to make another Striker Dragon. And now with two arrows pointing to the exact same column in Heretic Seal Convocation as our Heretic Seal of Heavenly Spheres and Striker Dragon, they'll special summon a Black Metal Dragon to their side of the field. Using the effect of Striker Dragon, they'll destroy itself to be able to add a Silver Rokket Dragon from the graveyard to their hand. And now they're going to use the Black Metal Dragon for a link summon. That's going to make that Guard Dragon Pisty. Now Pisty does have a monster in its way from being able to special summon monsters. As you can see, LP is going to be in the way of the two zones of where Pisty and Heavenly Spheres point to. But no worries, Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon will be added from the deck to the hand through the Black Metal Dragon. And LP will be banished to be able to special summon that Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon. Using the effect of Red Med, they'll be able to special summon Black Metal Dragon to the side of the field, using both of those monsters for a link. And Dillinger's Dragon is going to be the card of choice. Now the effect of Pisty is going to activate, special summoning back that Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon. That can now special summon another monster to the side of the field. Keep in mind, we are pre-errata Red Eyes inside of the TCG. Once that new errata comes out, we'll be showing you guys an insane Rokket combo. But until then, use what you have right now. Both Dillinger's Dragon and Pisty will be used for a link summon into Triple Burst Dragon. And now the Rokket Tracer and the Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon will be used into a link. All this special summoning, and it doesn't feel like much until you realize that Quad Burrow Dragon is going to hit the field. Now the effect of Quad Burrow Dragon is unique. It can target a link monster on the field, discard a card from the hand, destroy it, and then special summon Rokket monsters to the side of the field up to its link rating. Those monsters of choice are going to be Silver Rokket Dragon, a Rokket Tracer, and also a Magna Rokket Dragon. They're also going to trigger the effect of Dillinger's Dragon. Since Rokket monsters were special summoned to the side of the field, Dillinger's will hit the field. Using both Quad Burrow and the Dillinger's, they're going to link summon right into the Unchained Abomination. This board is looking really spectacular as now Rokket Tracer and Magna Rokket Dragon, those two monsters will be used into a Synchro Summon. They're going to special summon Borload Savage Dragon using its effect to equip the to equip the Triple Burst Dragon to the Borload Savage. That is one beefy Borload monster with 3 disruptions on top of it. Now the interesting part about the Rokket Dragon combo is during the end phase, Unchained Abomination can activate its effect, destroying the Silver Rokket Dragon. That allows Rockets to look through the Infinitrack's extra deck, and they're going to choose to banish the true king of all calamities. During the end phase, Silver Rocket Dragon's effect also triggers that allows them to spell summon a Rocket Tracer. So with 2 cards, they were able to get a disruption through the Heretic Seal. They were also able to get a disruption through Unchained Abomination. And they're also able to get a disruption through Borload Savage Dragon. Now keep in mind, Unchained Abomination can destroy multiple cards multiple times. Rocket Tracer can always trigger its effect to destroy a card to trigger the effect of Unchained Abomination. And then also, there are other times when Unchained Abomination can activate its effect, such as when a monster is destroyed by battle or during the end phase. So that's going to be pretty much it for Rokket, setting up fairly comfortably with 2 cards. Let's see how Infinitrack Machine will be able to handle. They're going to start off with a Dark Ruler no more. Whoa! They're going to negate the effects of all of that hard work put by Rockets, and now they're going to be able to attempt to break this board. Normal summoning the new Machine of Metal Cruncher to their side of the field, using its effect to reveal 3 machine monsters, and now Rokket must randomly choose one. It looks like it's going to be Infinitrack Trenchers all over for Earth Machine. I'm just going to go ahead and call it Earth Machine because that's pretty much what it is. And so Infinitrack Trencher is going to be added from the deck to the hand. Moving on to the next step, they're going to go ahead and spell summon Super Express Bullet Train to the side of the field since all monsters they control are Earth Machine, and immediately use both of those monsters for a Link Summon right into the Platinum Gadget. Platinum Gadget's effect will trigger. They can special summon an Infinitrack Anchor Drill. Anchor Drill will special summon a Pegasus to the side of the field. Pegasus will special summon a Metal Cruncher. Okay, so we could have seen a Calamities come around, but Rockets were smart enough to get rid of it. So Infinitrack Trencher is going to hit the field. Anchor Drill is going to copy the Trencher. And now both of these monsters can be used for an Exceed summon into an Infinitrack Earth Slicer. That's actually really good, as now Earth Slicer can use its effect to destroy both the Borload Savage Dragon and the Unchained Abomination. Keep in mind that Dark Ruler Romor is too strong, negating those monster effects. And that's going to leave them in a pretty good spot entering the battle phase. It looks like Earth Slicer is going to attack into that Heretic Seal and then use its effect to attach the Heretic Seal's material and Platinum Gadget over the Rocket Tracer. Going into main phase 2, Infinitrack Trencher will spell summon an Anchor Drill to the side of the field. And since they're not locked into Earth Machine, they're going to link off both of those monsters into an IP Masquerena. So it looks like Earth Machine actually has some combos coming around. They're going to use the effect of Super Express Bullet Train to be able to add a Pegasus from their graveyard to their hand. Following up, looks like they can make an Apollosia to the side of the field with 3 disruptions, as well as if there is a next turn, Flying Pegasus could be summoned to make a Super Dreadnought Labe to the side of the field, 10,000 attack, and it can attack multiple times. My apologies, I believe 6,000 attack and it can attack multiple times, but still an amazing card off of 1 card. This Earth Machine deck has shown it can roll with anything that Rokket puts at them. That Dark Ruler no more came in clutch, and it looks like it's going to be up to Rockets to be able to break Earth Machine's board. Rockets thinking about their next move. It's going to have to be precise right here. They're going to activate the effects of Pot of Avarice. That's definitely going to put Rokket back into the game. They'll be able to cycle in 5 resources in their graveyard and draw 2 additional cards. So while we are here, ladies and gentlemen, I just wanted to ask the Discord community, or we already have asked the Discord community, which one of these decks would be the best of one another. The Discord community responded in such a great fashion. I don't even think we even really expected this to be as even as both of these strategies were made out to be. Ultimately, I think that the strategy that will win will be the strategy that establishes dominance, not necessarily the one who goes first. Whichever strategy is able to break the other's board or prevent the board from being made. Sometimes that does result in going first with cards like Nibiru and Dark Ruler no more. Anything can happen in this particular game. As you can see, Infinitrack Earth Machine was able to break Rocket's board, establishing control with a possible Apollosia, but his Pot of Avarice can turn the tides right back into Rocket's favor. Rokket is going to start off with normal summoning Metal Rocket Dragon. That's going to prompt the IP Masquerena to link all of those monsters off on the field. It's not like they would have been pretty useful anyways, just sitting there. They're going to make a 3 negation Apollosia. Apollosa with 2400 attack can be quite a menace to the Rokket strategy. It's not like Rockets have all of the resources available. Who am I kidding? They only used 2 cards for that combo, and they just got 2 cards back from the Pot of Avarice. They're in a pretty decent position to be able to bait this Apollosa if applicable and potentially get over it. As you can see, an Absol Dragon is going to follow up with Rockets. And now they're going to use the Metal Rokket Dragon for a Link Summon. They are going to summon Striker Dragons to the side of the field, prompting Apollosa the Bow Goddess to negate that monster's effect. Now Striker Dragon and the Absol Dragon will be used for another Link Summon. They're going to summon a Dragoonity Knight Romulus using the effect of Romulus and Absol Dragon. If I remember correctly, looking at my notes, Absol Dragon wants Chain Link too, so Apollosa can't stop that Dragoonity Knight. It can stop the Absol, and I don't think that's exactly what they're looking for. Now that we are deep into this video, let's actually talk about the Lockdown Tournament, ladies and gentlemen. The Lockdown Tournament is a 16-deck single elimination bracket that is decided by you, the players. This summer theme is going to be Post-Eternity Code and Toon Chaos, with both decks developing over time to show you how much potential that they have. As always, I want to give a mad shout out to our players, our judges, our editors, and if you guys want to see more videos like this, then of course destroy that subscribe button and stay tuned, because we will be uploading every Tuesday and on a weekend. So it looks like Rokket are going to follow up with Dragon's Ravine, using the effect to send Starliege Seyfried from their hand to the graveyard. This is an interesting situation. They're going to send that Seyfried from their hand to the graveyard to be able to send the Chaos Dragon Leveilleur, and that's definitely going to prompt an Apollosa negate, using the effect of Starliege Seyfried in the graveyard, banishing it to attempt to add that Chaos Dragon Leveilleur. Apollosa is forced to negate that, as if they weren't, the Chaos Dragon Leveilleur would be hit summoned to the side of the field, and that would just be all types of problems for Apollosa. Using the Romulus to attack over the Apollosa now, it seems like Earth Machine is going to be on the back end right now. They're definitely struggling for supremacy, as a quick launch is now going to be activated. This is crazy. Now a Rokket Tracer can be summoned to the side of the field, and Rokket Tracer can destroy the Dragon's Ravine. That'll allow them to summon a Rokket monster from the deck to the side of the field. Their monster of choice does not matter. We can assume both of those monsters will be used for a secret. They're going to summon a Magna Rokket Dragon to their side of the field. Rokket definitely thinking about if they want to make this commitment. We know that they shuffled in a Borreload Savage Dragon through the effects of Pot of Avarice. So yes, they're going to use that Rokket Tracer and that Magna Rokket Dragon for a synchro summon into Borreload Savage Dragon. That's going to be a 4200 attack behemoth, also with 3 disruptions on top of it. So Earth Machine is dealing with a bit of a problem. Borreload Savage Dragon is 4200 attack, 3 disruptions, and unlike Rockets, Earth Machine has to grind out for all of the resources that they need. Rockets don't have to invest too much into their combo sequence to be able to make the boards that they currently have. Not to say that Earth Machine didn't put up a really good board themselves. Apollosa the Bow Goddess with 3 disruptions after breaking a huge board like that is something of an achievement. Let's see what this Earth Machine deck has in store for us, as I don't think it's just done just yet. Normal summoning an Infinitrack Anchor Drill to their side of the field. They're going to use the effect of Anchor Drill, and that's going to prompt an effect negation through the effect Veiler. That is unfortunate, as they're going to have multiple negations on the side of Rockets. They're going to follow up with a Machine of Fortress, discarding the Pegasus to be able to spell summon it to the side of the field. This is going to be really interesting to see how Earth Machine will be able to break this particular board, as now the Machine of Fortress, no, it looks like the Anchor Drill is going to attack over the Romulus. That's going to inflict 600 damage to Rockets. And that Machine of Fortress can attack into that Borreload Savage Dragon, but that's only going to prompt the effect of Borreload Savage Dragon to destroy it. It looks like that's exactly what they're going to do. And then, of course, Machine of Fortress's effect is going to activate to destroy the Borreload Savage Dragon, but as we already know, Savage Dragon still has that 1 disruption. Maybe this is what Earth Machine was holding out for. potentially figuring if Borlo's Savage Dragon wanted to negate the Anchor Drill, then Machine of Fortress could follow up. So yeah, it looks like now Earth Machine actually does have a follow-up play, as the Anchor Drill will be used for a link summon into Infinitrack Goliath, and now the effect of Earth Slicer will tribute the Goliath to special summon itself to the side of the field. Who forgot about those Infinitrack cards? Earth Slicer will attach the Goliath to the side of the field, and now it can use its effect to detach the Goliath to destroy the Borlo's Savage Dragon. This is crazy, ladies and gentlemen. This game has been back and forth. It has showed you guys why Earth Machine deserves to be in the bracket with the top decks like Rocket Dragon. For the ladies and gentlemen that want to see deck profiles, we will be putting them on Patreon for viewers to watch. And don't worry, ladies and gentlemen, you don't have to be a Patreon. We'll actually have these viewable by everybody this upcoming Tuesday. So Rocket are going to start off with their turn, and they're going to have to deal with a 3100 attack Earth Slicer. Unfortunately, that Earth Slicer has to be in defensive position. It's 2600 defense if I remember correctly. Still not a bad situation. Banishing the Black Metal Dragon, it looks like they're going to special summon a White Dragon Wyvern Buster to their side of the field. Next, that Wyvern Buster is going to be used for a Link Summon. That Link Summon is, of course, going to be that Striker Dragon. Striker Dragon is going to use its effect to be able to add a Boot Sector Launch, and White Dragon Wyvern Buster to be able to add a Black Dragon Caleb Serpent. Now, I'm a bit skeptical on how the Earth Machine deck will do as a deck profile on YouTube, and that's why it's just going straight to Patreon. But of course, if you guys really want to see that, let's try to get this video to 1,000 likes. I'll actually have it up. I could have a time slot for it. It could be up on Sunday, just demonstrating how the Earth Machine deck is no slouch. It's a pretty decent deck. Now, Rocket is going to follow a Boot Sector Launch. They're now going to banish the White Dragon Wyvern Buster, be able to special summon a Black Dragon Caleb Serpent to their side of the field. And it looks like the strategy just might have a plan. Now, if Rockets actually had a Rocket Tracer in hand, actually, I think the move should have been in a different fashion. Striker Dragon should have destroyed itself to add Rocket Tracer if it's still in the graveyard. Then Boot Sector Launch could have summoned Rocket Tracer to the side of the field for free. Oh, no, there it is. It's still there. Maybe they could have had an additional Rocket monster in their hand, I believe, and they haven't committed their normal summon, so it would have been a little different. But it looks like they're going to be able to special summon that Silver Rocket Dragon to the side of the field with Rocket Tracer, and now they're prepared for a Synchro Summon, so it's going to be almost the same thing. They're going to probably be able to get rid of that Earth Slicer. Rocket's showing you how it can still make boards with minimal effort, using both the Silver Rocket and the Rocket Tracer for a Synchro Summon. They're going to special summon Scarlet Red Dragon Archfiend. Now, Scarlet Red Dragon Archfiend has a really good effect. They can destroy monsters with the attack under it, and then inflict 500 damage to the opponent for each card destroyed. Unfortunately, Earth Slicer is 3100 attack, and on top of that, Rockets would lose their Striker Dragon, and they'd also lose their Black Dragon Caleb Serpent. So it looks like the course of action is just going to be attacked with Scarlet Red, the Black Dragon, and the Striker Dragon, inflicting 2800 damage to Earth Machine. And that just might be the end of their turn. That's going to bring the Earth Machine down to 3100 life points, but allow Rockets to have control over the game. Will Earth Machine be able to come back? This has been an 18-minute game one. I know you guys have been at the edge of your seat because this game has been that exciting. Looks like Earth Machine is going to draw, and that's going to be it. Rockets are going to win game one, but now it is Earth Machine's turn to go first. Both decks have side decked, and it looks like Earth Machine is going to try to avoid the Nibiru, activating the effects of Heavy Forward to be able to add an Infinitrack monster from their deck to their hand. Now, depending on their play sequence, the hard thing about siding Nibiru against Earth Machine is that you guys did see a lot of special summons for Earth Machine, but they don't always have to commit to that special summon. They're going to add that Infinitrack Anchor Drill from their deck to the hand through the effects of Heavy Forward. And now it looks like they're going to be able to follow up with some cool plays. They're going to normal summon that Anchor Drill to their side of the field, use the effect of Anchor Drill That will allow them to special summon a monster from their hand to the side of the field. Will there be any disruptions from Rokket? No effect Veiler this time, as the Anchor Drill will use the effect to special summon Infinitrack Trencher. And now the Anchor Drill can use its other effect to change it to level 9. That's going to make a true King of all calamities, so it looks like they're going to avoid that potential Nibiru that Rockets could have summoned, or could have cited. And that looks like that true King of all calamities could be a real pain for Rockets, as Revolving Switchyard will be another card to be activated, discarding an Infinitrack Harvester to be able to add from the deck to the hand a Railroad monster. So the cool thing about the Infinitrack Earth Machine Train Machina deck is that its goal is to just make huge boards. It literally can go for game when it wants to. It can make cards like True King of all calamities when it wants to, and it has so many options as an Earth Machine deck. You never really know what you're being thrown at. So the game plan is, if you're going second, obviously you want to break your opponent's board, but going first, you can make those really fearsome monsters that your opponent must fear. So True King of all calamities being activated in the standby phase, that's going to stop all of Rocket's combos unless they have a card like Infinite Impermanence or Forbidden Chalice. It doesn't look like they do. And now Rockets must follow up with a different play sequence. They're going to use the effects of Dragon's Ravine. They're going to send from their hand to the graveyard a Stylish Safer. That card's going to be pretty useless. They're also going to be able to send a Silver Rocket Dragon from their deck to the graveyard. So that's really interesting to send those two particular monsters. It makes sense now. World Legacy Guard Dragon is going to special summon that Silver Rocket Dragon to the side of the build. And now they're going to activate the Quick Launch to be able to special summon that Rocket Tracer. It looks like Rockets are trying to make the best of this situation. They're going to special summon Rocket Tracer to the side of the field, and I guess they can use both of the monsters for a synchro summon. If they do, summoning a 3,000 attack monster, I mean, it's hard for True King of all calamities to attack over a 3,000 attack monster, seeing that it's 3,000 attack itself. So I can see the logic. As Silver Rocket Dragon and Rocket Tracer will now be used for a synchro summon into Scarlet Red Dragon Archfiend. Not ready to invest that Borload Savage Dragon because not only can it not activate its effect, there's no link monsters to attach. So yeah, I think this might be the end of Rocket's turn. That Scarlet Red Dragon Archfiend could prevent them from getting just beat down or losing straight up to the True King of all calamities. It could potentially draw them another turn, and if it does, that can be all that matters for Rockets, as they have some explosive combos inside of their main board. Proceeding on to the end phase, it looks like it's going to be up to Earth Machine's turn. Now, they did use Revolving Switchyard to add a Duricane, if I remember its effect or its name correctly, from the deck to the hand. And it's going to be up to Earth Machine to see what can they do to particularly counter this Scarlet Red Dragon Archfiend, as they're going to enter their draw phase, draw their card. Now it's going to be their turn to play around a potential hand trap and also the Scarlet Red Dragon Archfiend. It looks like that's not even going to matter. Flying Pegasus is going to be summoned, copying an Infinitrack Trencher that it's special summoned, and both of those monsters will be used to a Cyber Dragon Infinity. That is quite opportunistic for Earth Machine, as Infinity will now be able to attach the Scarlet Red Dragon Archfiend to their side of the field. That's now going to make a 2,900 attack Infinity. Calamities is also going to be switched to attack position. I don't think they have to worry about much of anything else. Entering their battle phase, they're going to attack with both monsters, inflicting 5,900 damage. That's going to put Rockets into the danger zone. 2,100 life points left for Rockets. Also, a True King of all calamities still sitting on the field, meaning that they won't be able to activate their effects. Infinite Impermanence isn't going to mean anything right now, as the Cyber Dragon Infinity can negate it. That's going to be it for Earth Machine. They're going to take their turn. That True King of all calamities is going to be activated, and it looks like we are going into Game 3. Earth Machine showing you that if you do allow this deck to go first, it can be quite the terror. But Rocket not looking to be outdone. They're going to have a pretty decent combo line coming up. They're going to start off by normal summoning Starleaf Safer to their side of the field. As you guys should know, Starleaf Safer is a 1-card full Rocket combo. They're going to aim to do that. So the Safer is going to be sent to the graveyard. That's going to add a Black Dragon Calop Surfing from the deck to the hand. And now Black Dragon Calop Surfing is going to be summoned off the Star League Safer. They're also going to special summon a Noctovision Dragon. Noctovision Dragon is really good for the Rokket strategy, coming out in the Eternity Code set. Now using the effect of Dragon Ravine to send a Magna Rokket Dragon from their hand to the graveyard. That actually is going to be really important. They're going to send a Spiral Dragon to their graveyard, a Spiral Galactic Dragon or Galactic Spiral Dragon, using its effect to potentially summon itself to the side of the field. No, they're going to go ahead and use the effect of Black Dragon Calop Surfing for a Link summon. They're going to make Striker Dragon using the effect of Striker Dragon to add a Boot Sector launch. And that Boot Sector launch can obviously, well, that's interesting. I just noticed that they did not send the Absolrouter Dragon to search a Rokket Tracer. So what exactly is this strategy trying to do? Galactic Spiral Dragon will special summon itself to the side of the field, and then it will make every monster on the field 8. Those 2 monsters can be used for an Exceed summon, which they will. And the monster of choice this time around is going to be a Hope Harbinger. That's a pretty good card. You want to negate those spell cards, prevent your opponent from attacking any other monster. There you have it. Black Dragon Calop Surfing is going to be banished for White Dragon Wyvern Buster to the side of the field. And now I think that the combo or the deck is going to go amongst its normal streamline, using both the White Dragon and the Striker Dragon for a Link summon. They're going to go ahead and make that Heretic Seal, but it's still really puzzling. They don't have the Rokket Tracer, do they? Using the Dragon Ravine, destroying the Dragon Ravine to activate Boot Sector launch. They do have the Rokket Tracer. And now Rokket Tracer can destroy that Boot Sector launch to be able to special summon a Dragon monster to the side of the field, or Rokket monsters to the side of the field. Silver Rokket is going to be the monster of choice, using both the Rokket Tracer for a Link summon into the Guard Dragon LP and the Silver Rokket Dragon for a Link summon into a Striker Dragon. You guys are going to be able to see full combo plus a Hope Harbinger on the field. Now Striker Dragon's effect will trigger, that will, or LP's effect will trigger, that will be able to special summon a obvious Black Metal Dragon to the side of the field. And now the Black Metal Dragon can be linked off, but not before Striker Dragon uses its effect. That's going to add the Silver Rokket Dragon back into the hand. And you know what? I don't think summoning the Hope Harbinger right now would have been the move. I don't think that would have been the smartest thing to do, as I'm starting to see how the combo line is a little bit skewed, but Black Metal Dragon will be able to activate its effect to be able to search a Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon from the deck to the hand. And now the effect, or Guard Dragon LP, will be banished for the summon of Red Eyes Darkness Metal. I'm not sure if the Hope Harbinger could have been summoned at a different time, though. So Red Eyes Darkness Metal will special summon the Black Metal Dragon, and both of those monsters will be used for a link into Dillingerous. No responses by Earth Machine. That side deck is not coming in handy so far. Maybe a Dark Ruler no more? Hopefully. Now, Red Eyes Darkness Metal is going to be brought back to the side of the field to bring back that Rokket Tracer. And Dillingerous, as well as the Guard Dragon Pisty, will now be used for a Link summon into Triple Burst Dragon. Red Eyes Darkness Metal and the Rokket Tracer will be used for another Link summon into Quad Burl. I do see where it could happen. I actually do. So I'm going to be able to tell you guys when we see it where the Noctovision Dragon and the Spiral Dragon could have been summoned, and that would have actually resulted in another board, as Quad Burl Dragon will destroy the Triple Burst Dragon to be able to special summon 2 Rockets, unfortunately, and the Dillingerous to the side of the field. Had Hope Harbinger not been on the field, all 3 monsters would have been able to be summoned. So Rokket Tracer, Auto Rocket, Silver Rokket, and the Dillingerous will be summoned to the side of the field. You guys know the normal streamline, Quad Burl and Dillingerous being used for a link. That Dillingerous is banished due to its effect. That's going to make the Unchained Abomination. And now the Silver Rokket and the Rokket Tracer for a Synchro Summon into that Borreload Savage Dragon. Now here's where that Noctivision Dragon could have been activated. That would have been allowed to special summon itself to the side of the field, as well as that third rocket monster would have been on the side of the field, so a Silver Rocket Dragon also would have been on the field. And then you special summon the Spiral Dragon and make the Hope Harbinger afterwards. Assuming that Spiral Dragon is a dark monster. I'm hoping it's a dark monster. If not, then come on, was completely moot, and Rockets were completely right to do it this way. Oh wait, no, it doesn't matter. Hope Harbinger is a light monster, so here we are harping over some huge, insane board that can't happen unless there is a Dark Exceed to be summoned. So no, this combo sequence is actually completely incorrect. They're going to have 3 disruptions through the Borreload Savage Dragon, a Hope Harbinger negate. Also, they have the effect of Unchained Abomination that a rocket monster can be summoned through the effect of Heretic Seal. So this is a really, really nice disruption board. How will Earth Machine be able to bust it? So Earth Machine, thinking about their plays, they actually have some sauce, as they'll use Urgent Schedule to be able to special summon 2 monsters to the side of the field for free. Borreload Savage Dragon can use this effect to negate. Hope Harbinger can also use this effect to negate. Rockets will respond by using the Hope Harbinger to negate, so this is unfortunate. Keep in mind, Earth Machine still has that trump card, as they'll use Revolving Switch Art. That will be disrupted by the Borreload Savage Dragon. They can still summon a monster big enough to attack over all of these monsters. They'll start off by normal summoning Infinitrack Harvester to their side of the field. Will Rockets be able to disrupt this? They're thinking about if they need to disrupt this, Infinitrack Harvester can add an Infinitrack monster from the decks of the hand. They're going to allow that to go through, as they do only have 1 real disruption left currently inside of the Heretic Seal. They're going to add the Infinitrack Anchor Drill to their side of the field, and now they're going to tribute the Harvester for Infinitrack Trencher. This is going to be pretty interesting. Does Rocket have any responses? Yes, it looks like they're going to use the Heretic Seal of Heavenly Spheres. If there were a machine duplication in Earth Machine's hand, that's going to be pretty much stopped with the effect of the Heavenly Spheres. Heavenly Spheres effect will also be triggered again to be able to special summon a dragon monster to the side of the field in Rocket Tracer, which will now make the Abomination live, and that is why Earth Machine is going to scoop. Rockets are going to move into the next round for the first time. YCS Lockdown Tournament wasn't fair to them, but it looks like Summer Cup is rather forgiving. It's going to be exciting to watch the YCS Summer Cup unfold, as this is the second game posted. If you guys want to see the first game, that's pretty dope too. You guys should check that one out. Solomon Great versus their adversary in Orcus. Thank you guys so much for watching another segment of the TheCaliEffect. Really hope you guys enjoyed these videos. If you did, go ahead and give it a like. Also, share it with a friend. These YCS Summer Cup games are going to be phenomenal. I hope you guys are having an amazing day like I am.